Modifieds getting ready to come to the racetrack. Let's take a look at your starting grid for your D&E Outside Services Heat Race number 1. Going to be your points champion this year, your number 10 Jeremy Mills out of Clear Lake, Iowa. And the 7R is Ethan Roby out of Ames. Row number 2 going to be the 4TW Tim Ward out of Mesa, Arizona. And the 11X of Tom Berry Jr. from Marshalltown. Row number 3 you will see from Lovelock, Nevada, Vincent Evanson, the 22C, and from Las Vegas, Nevada, the 12LF machine is Jonathan Mawhinney. Greg Elliott, the 75 from Webster City, and Garrett Nelson from Osceola, the 95N. Row 2 of this one comprised of a pair of Super Nationals champions as we get ready for a little live look in here. As the Freddies and Fridas are all turned in, and here we go, green flag down the front straightaway. Down the backside, it'll be Mills, the race lead. The 11X of Berry. Look at Ethan Roby to the outside of the 7. 7R of Roby up top. Here comes the 11X of Tom Berry. Slides across this nude. The 10 of Mills is right there. Now it'll be the 7R of Roby back to the inside. D&E Outside Services qualifier number 2 is under the green, and lap 2 is underway. The 11X of Berry, the 7R of Roby, and the 4TW of Ward battling for 2, 3, and 4. Jeremy Mills, no problem right now out front in that 10 car. Tim Ward going to race to the bottom side of Ethan Roby. Roby gets way high off of turn number 2. He's going to lose that grip and lose that spot to the 4TW of Tim Ward. Now in a redraw position is down the front straightaway. Still Jeremy Mills, your race leader. Mills followed by Berry, Ward, Roby, and Mawhinney. Field will hurry down the back straightaway. It will be Mawhinney back there in the 5 spot. 4 is Roby. 3 is Ward. 2 is Berry, and your leader with a lap and a half to go is Jeremy Mills. Down the front straightaway. White flag out for the 10 of Jeremy Mills. Coming on down to him off its forward checkered flag. It'll be the 10 of Jeremy Mills. Second will go to Tom Berry, the 4TW, your third and final redraw card. Tim Ward, your final 2 qualifiers. 7R of Ethan Roby and 11, the 12LF of Jonathan Mawhinney. Heat race number 2 coming to the racetrack. It'll be the 18 of Tucker Hislop out of Vernal, Utah. And the 88 from Mooresville, North Carolina, that is Matt Crafton. Row number 2 to the inside, going to be the 28R of Russ Dickerson from Boone, and the 75 junior is Chaz Baca Jr. out of Mesa, Arizona. 82 of Jake McBurney, row number 3 to the inside, and Dylan Potter from Orchid, California, the 3P to the outside. Final 2 starters going to be the 7D of Dave Finstead out of Welcome, Minnesota, and Colton Nelson out of Osceola, Iowa, the 93N. All right, getting ready to go to the green flag. Easy does it. Green flag's waving. Second of 4. D&E Outside Services qualifiers for your modifieds. Sun starting to set in the west. She's going to be a sexy one tonight. Tucker Hislop, the Vernal, Utah racer, spending his summer in Beatrice, Nebraska. in that 18 car, showing the way. Whoa! Crafton to McBurney. McBurney across the snoot of Crafton. Crafton's going to lay her deep. Going to get her sold cheap off of 2. He's going to lose 3 spots down the back straightaway as he drove her a little too deep that time. Speaking of deep to the front, here comes the muscle, Russell Dickerson. That is the 28R of the race lead. Dickerson on up front. Hillslop's got the 82 of McBurney coming to the bottom side. Baca, Nelson, and the 88 of Crafton back there. Into turn 3 off of turn 4. Jake McBurney sweeps it across the nose of your race leader, Tucker Hislop. Down the back straightaway. Going to be the 28R of Dickerson, the 82 of McBurney, the 75 junior of Baca, Hislop, and Nelson, your top 5. Crafton one out of a transfer looking in. Down the back straightaway, Nelson, the 93, Crafton, the 88. That's your difference of starting 18th tonight or going to a B main. If the 88 would get around the 93, he'll start 18th in the A feature tonight. If not, he's got a pretty good towards the front shot in a B main later tonight. Russ Dickerson, your race leader out of Boone. Now Crafton into 5. 93 Anna Nelson going to come back to the inside of the 3-time NASCAR truck champion, retiring at the end of the season out of the Menards ride. Is down the back straightaway. Dickerson was under attack by Jake McBurney. Jake's going to try it. Moffitt's Ford checkered flag is coming. At the line, it's Dickerson. McBurney and Baca, Hislop, and Crafton, your top 5. Here we go, heat race number 3. It will be Nick Meyer out of Whittemore in the 2, and the 28T is Trevor Fitz out of Marshalltown. Isaac Malakote in the 11 car out of Boone, and the 17 is Corey Sauerman from Johnston. Row number 3 out of Cedar Falls, Iowa. It is the 07X of Troy Morris III, and the 211 is Tim Eaton out of St. Joe, Missouri. Final 2 starters going to be James Reichert from Indianola, the 28, and the 7S of David Solberg out of Larned, Kansas. Don't forget, for those of you watching at home on IMCA TV, get your Super Nationals broadcast purchased on us. All the details online right now at IMCA TV. Get ready for America's Racing Vacation and the Napa Auto Parts Prelude. Double down prelude to the Super Nationals. Speaking of doubling down, that's exactly what the 2018 Trevor Fitz is trying to do, but it ain't going to happen. On the 2 of Nick Meyer. Meyer to the top in the deuce. The 2-1s, that's the 11 of Malakote to the number 2 spot. Trevor Fitz up there on the hey diddle diddle, trying to make her sing. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Fitz on the bottom. Malakote back to the outside. TM3 in the 07 right there in the number 4 spot. And then the 17 is Sauerman back to 4th. Feel the work off at turn number 4 and down the straightaway on the home stretch. It is the 2 of Meyer. Fitz, Malakote. The 17 with a little hoof of smoke as he got back in the fuel of Sauerman, the 07X machine of Morris. This time down the front straightaway, 3 to go for the 2 of Meyer. Boy, howdy. The World Tour. Josh Capalla tuned in for a little Freddie and Frida freeloader look in. here on IMCA TV. Down the back straightaway, going to be Nick Meyer. Going to blaze the top of the racetrack up there on the top shelf. Bring it on down to the white flag and 1 lap to go. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, the 2 of Meyer, followed by Fitz, the 2018, the Malakote Machine, the 11. Down the front straightaway, Moffitt's Ford checkered flag for D&E Outside Services, heat race number 3 to Nick Meyer. 2018 Trevor Fitz, the 11 of Isaac Malakote, Corey Sauerman, and Troy Morris, the 3rd TM3 of the 07X Shoot Top 5. What do you think, Ian? Should we just give them all the mod heat racers tonight? The Freddies and the Fridas, we just give them all? That's good. The freeloaders out there. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a bad way. That's kind of the name we give you because you guys are watching the free look-in on IMCA TV. So if we call you Freddie or Frida. Of course, we're not sure if Freddie and Frida are married or if they're brother and sister. Kind of like Jason's friend Charlene. We don't know if it's Charlene that calls or if it's Charlene's brother that calls. All right, Jason! Oh, I still won't forget when Charlene yelled at you when he was up there fixing that speaker. All right, heat race number 4, D&E Outside Services Hot Rod's going to be the 21R of Riley Simmons out of Ankeny, Iowa, and out of Staten, Oregon. It's a V31 of Gray Ferrando. Going to be Caden Cochran, Ridgeway, Missouri, the 23K, and the 5 of Todd Shoot out of Norwalk. Paul Nagel, the 05 out of Nevada. Alex Reitz from Dunlop, the 1AR. Robert Moore, the 2B out of Maxwell. And Brandon Lehman from Roland. Like we said, you can tune in and join us all week long for the Prelude and the Super Nationals. Get that full meal deal purchased up right now online at IMCA TV. As we go green flag racing in this one, Riley Simmons crossed the snoot of Gray Ferrando. Ferrando going to try to run him on down. Look at Todd Zilla. Here comes the 5-car. Todd Shoot going to layer deep to the bottom of the racetrack. Can he do it? Oh boy, Paul Nagel tough on Cochran. Got him down the front straightaway. It'll be the 5 of Todd Shoot. A 4-1 run. To the outside of the racetrack, the 21R of Riley Simmons. Back to the lead around the courtesy lane. Shoot there in the 5. Ferrando in the V13. And the 1AR of Reitz. Battle for 5th is up for the transfer. Meanwhile, though, they'll work it on out there. Cochran and Nagel now for the lead we go. Side by side and high, wide, and handsome. Well, can't really say that about Riley. I don't know how handsome he is. Nice looking feller, though. Not real smart sometimes, but that's why we love him. Down the back straightaway, the 21R of Cinnamon. Out front, your leader, the 5 of Shoot, working the number 2 spot. Down the front straightaway, the old Reno Rock Hot Rod up front. Todd Shoot lets it glide, nothing to be had as he tried to slide that machine up into the number 1 spot. He'll try down here on the west end. Top of the racetrack. Oh boy, he got it the outside wall there. Riley Simmons was way high, just missed that tire up in turn number 4. As he'll rally around back to the outside, Shoot on the bottom in the 5, the 21R of Simmons. Cinnamon back to the race lead with a pair to go. Cinnamon gonna cross him on over. Todd Shoot, old Todd Zilla. Right there now, he's gonna set him up. Slider lane not protected. White's out, here we go, final time. Here in your D&E Outside Services 4th and final look-in heat race of the night. A lot of racing coming up. If you're liking what you see here, head out to IMCA TV, and I guarantee you're going to see some of these more attempts at White Castles off of turn number 4 for the win. Riley Simmons, Todd Shoot, Gray Ferrando, Alex Reitz, and Paul Nagel. So as we said, the full meal deal package. What do they call that? Get a Casey's Pizza and watch the races if you can't make it out. Or get anything to eat or drink. So all the information for the IMCA Super Nationals and the Prelude pay-per-view packages up online. Check those out. And we do thank you for tuning in for a little live look in here on IMCA TV. We're going to go stock cars, so if you want to get them, You want to see them in the rest of the night, hurry up and go hit that buy button at IMCA TV.